What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jesse's World. Today I got another project on Ryan's truck. Well, first of all, finally got one of the pieces for the front that was missing, and I got it put on. So that black plastic piece was finally the right one and delivered, and so I got it installed, and it is done. Now he has decided he wants running boards on this truck, and so he got the Rough Country e-board electronic automatic running boards for the truck, and I'm going to put them on for him. Stay tuned if you want to see it. Shouldn't be too difficult, I hope. Mounts to the factory mounts for the factory running boards that go on the truck, and the wiring is probably going to be the hardest part. So let's get at it. Well, actually, let's unbox it and see what all's in here. All right, so I just opened the box of components that comes with it. Those are just the running boards. So it's got 4 mounts. It says front motor, rear motor right, rear motor left, power board switch, controller assembly, wiring harness, step boards ×2, LED lights ×4, wired magnetic sensors. So the way this running board works, instead of trying to wire it in somewhere, my hand's dirty from putting that front piece on. Instead of trying to wire this into the fuse box or something like that, there is a magnetic sensor, and you put one side on like the inner door frame right here. You put it right here, and then you put the other side on the door, and whenever the door opens and the magnet or whatever leaves from the sensor, it triggers the running boards to drop down. And then whenever the door closes and the connection is remade right there and closed up, the running boards come up. So these are clearly the mounts / motors, and they look pretty hefty. So yeah, let's get to getting it. Hey, cool, they even front left, they even tell you which one is what, so you can't screw it up. So like I said, the wiring is probably going to be the trickiest part. So I unpackaged everything. It came with 2 fuses. Let's see, here's a fusible link, inline fusible link for the system. I'm guessing these 2 fuses are replacements for these in case they blow for some reason. The wiring harness to route to all 4 motors. A bunch of zip ties, and I have more if this isn't enough. An on-off switch, 4 LED lights to go underneath there, some mounts. These are the door sensors. Let's see, magnets. Please make sure your precision instruments, which example watch, phone, etc., are away from magnetic control to avoid damage. So it must have a really strong neodymium magnet in there to trigger it. It looks like these, right? I don't know. I have to look around and see what all's in the package. But there's the magnets. Okay, so here are the magnets. Those are the 4 magnets, and each one, when it makes contact with this little spot right here on the sensor, tells the system that the door is open, or that the door is closed whenever the magnets are making contact. And when the magnets are away from the sensors and clear the doors, when it triggers, it creates a situation where it tells the system that the doors are open, and it lowers the running boards. So I'm going to get into taking everything out of here and figuring it out. There are instructions here for it. So let's see what step 1 is. Okay, well, it even says what tools you need. 5mm Allen, 12mm wrench, 12mm socket, ratchet, and wire cutter. Okay, so the first step is to align 2 slotted holes in the motor bracket to the matching holes in the body of the vehicle. See photo 1. Note bracket placements are found on the step board mount of the motor bracket. So I guess we'll find the left front, which actually I already did. It was this one. And we'll get it out, get the bolts out, and try to get it installed. This hole right here needs to be drilled out big enough that this can fit down in there. See, it doesn't fit right now. And then it has to drop down in. Drop this. It has to drop down in and then be able to drill out the hole behind it. But this little divot right here is kind of making that an issue. Okay, so this particular truck, this mount goes in that hole right there, and there's a hole in the bottom. The bottom hole goes through this right here in the body of the truck, and the top hole is supposed to go in there. But do you see what I see? There's no bolt to screw it through, so I already started dremeling out this hole because it came with these clips to put down in there to create something to mount the top hole to. So I had to go buy a new carbide bit for my Dremel to try to clean it out. And I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this, but I'll show you what it looks like after I get done. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I am on the 4th of all of the mounts to put it in. And this hole started out, well, basically a tiny hole. It was smaller than this hole is right here. This hole is not even, that's my finger for reference, and now my finger fits in this hole. So started off smaller than this one, now it's big enough to put my finger in. But basically I had to make that hole wide enough for this here clip to fit in. So I have it to the point where I can put the clip in and I can push it down. I have to push kind of hard, but I can push it down in there and get it down. So once I get it down, I will position it and then drill a hole big enough to fit the bolt through to get it into there. That one is already on. And then over there, I don't know if we can even see it from here yet. It's way over there. That one's on. And that one is on over there as well. So I just basically have to finish up with this hole, but that's basically what it looks like. There are no factory mounts on here. This mount right here is one of the ones used for the bottom portion of the rear step section, and then this hole right here is the top portion. Alright guys, so I went ahead and mounted the control box up under here. It's pretty solid and stable under there. And then we have all of these wires labeled front right that will go back here and connect up to the front right, and so on and so forth. This one is kind of shielded in a way, so that you can like take it over and around or near the exhaust if needed, but you obviously don't want to get it anywhere close to the exhaust if you can avoid it. And then the rest of the wires are all ones like this one right here. This one has to be routed up through the floorboard on the bottom of the truck, and it connects up on this end to the power on and off control box. So right now, the parts of the install that I've gotten done is I've got the wires ran to the rear for the rear drops on the runners, and then they're running across over here, and the control box is right here, and all the wires are plugged into the control box, and then they run across to the other running board motor. And then right now, just temporarily, they run over the frame right here and across. They're going to be zip tied up out of the way, and then they're also down across the other side and plugged into the other motors. And now the part that I'm getting ready to do is the routing of the wires for the controls. So these wires have to go up through the bottom of the body, and there is a grommet underneath the carpet right there, the plastic grommet, and I'm going to put a hole in the plastic grommet. All right, so I'm about to feed all of these 4 wires up through the bottom of the body, and the brown wire and the white wire are the signal wires from the magnetic sensors that will be mounted in the door right there and over here on this side, so that whenever you open the door, the steps drop down, and whenever you close the door, the steps go back up. And the 4th wire is the on-off, so you can actually turn them on and off if you're in a situation where you don't want them to be able to drop down. You can just remove them from the equation. So I'm going to feed these wires up through the bottom of the truck, and that'll be that portion of it, and I'll get the door sensors installed after that. Okay guys, I know it's dark out here and it's hard to see, but I have been very busy. So I have the magnetic door sensors installed on the door jambs. I've got the wires routed through the weather stripping around here, and the cross wire, see, that's the brown one for the passenger side door. The white one runs all the way across and over there, and you can see it hanging down there. I haven't secured it up yet. Over on the driver's side, same thing. I have the door sensor mounted over here, and everything ran down through the weather stripping and connected up over here. The other door sensor also connected or set right there. So hopefully that's a good position for the magnet to go over here on this side of the door and be able to hit it and open and close it like it's supposed to. Ryan has not decided where he wants this mounted yet, so right now it is just sitting right here. There is what appears to be a body ground screw right here underneath of this. So I really hope that's true, because this ground wire for these sensors is not very long at all. So it might need to be extended if that doesn't work. I have the power wire ran up here through the mud liner. I have not connected it up yet. Battery is still connected right now in the truck, but that will be coming soon. Over here, I got the let's see if I can find them real quick and easy. There we go. I've got the LED lights positioned where they said to position them on the truck. It doesn't seem like they're going to work that well to light up the step, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it just lights up the ground underneath and not the step. But I've got all 4 of them mounted under there. The other one is somewhere over there. Now I have to get under the truck and route and connect all of these wires up out of the way so that they're in no danger of being burned or caught or tangled in anything. I think that's basically it. I got all the components connected up. I haven't set the magnets yet to see if they do what they're supposed to or not, but we'll see here in just a second. I'm going to got to disconnect the battery and connect up the power wires over here, and that's basically it. So I'm going to get the tidying up done. I'm not going to put the door seal plates on yet because they are I'm not sure if those grounds are going to be good or not. So I'm going to get these wires tidied up and we'll see where we're at after that. Okay, so these grounds under here actually are good for the sensors. I have to tuck these wires back in because I was testing some stuff to figure it out because I had no power whenever I turned it on. But I got to retuck these wires and get the seal pans reinstalled and everything. Last thing I have to do is attach the magnets to the actual doors. So that's going to be kind of a tricky part to do, but I'll figure out some way to get it on there. But I was having issues with no power, and so I have the power cable ran into this junction box here. There's a I'll just try to show you guys. This is a pain in the butt to get off here, but whatever. So originally that positive cable is exactly where I had it originally whenever I had no power, whenever there was no power issue. So I had this ground cable, which is now connected directly to the battery, connected up to this ground terminal here, or what I assumed was a ground terminal, because it's black and this one's red, but there was no power to the steps connecting it there, and that one is red, so I knew that that one wasn't going to work. That one's covered up so much I can't tell what it is. No, that one is covered up so much I can't tell what it is right there, that one. But there was no power, so I thought, well, maybe this isn't really a ground, or maybe it's a switched ground or something, I don't know. So I took it off of here and I touched it to the ground terminal on the battery, and they came to life. So back over on the driver's side here, I don't want to run it too many more times because it seems like they're getting a little, like the battery's getting a little low, but I'm going to turn the flashlight off on the phone. Okay, so I got the power switch in my hand, and whenever I turn it on, they come down and light up. And so I guess the lights aren't specifically designed to shine on the steps so much as under the vehicle, so that you can then easily see the steps. At least that's the way that they had it installed in the manual, but they are working, and when you attach the magnets to the sensors, the steps come back up to indicate that the door is shut. So it's all ran, it's all configured. The last step is really just tidying up the wires and the cables and everything. It's ultimately would not have been too hard of a process to do, but I had to grind out those holes, and that took me like, I think it was like 2 or 3 hours just to do that. I did spend probably about 45 minutes out here trying to troubleshoot why there was no power, but I got that situation figured out. Now they work. So situating the magnets, tightening up the cables, putting seal plates back on, that's it, and I'm done. So they are pretty cool. I do like them. And this is what it looks like with them shut. Now I do, oh yeah, those bolts need to be tightened down too. So you can position, like you can slide those left and right, the steps left and right, to adjust them for where you want them on the vehicle. And so yeah, I'll try to get them adjusted roughly to the same position on the vehicle on both sides, and get those bolts tightened down. But I got to tidy up all the cables and everything under there anyway, make sure everything is out of harm's way Okay, so I am almost done with the install. I've got all of the wiring and everything put back together. All the seal pans and everything all put back together. Everything is zip tied up to the bottom of the car or truck and in good condition. And I saw this on another video. I took a piece of foam, a piece of insulation foam that I had, and I put it in the door. So what I'm going to do is put a bunch of green paint on it and then shut the door. And when you open the door back up, hopefully some transferred over here. Yep, here we go. It transferred right there on the door. So that spot right there will be where I put the magnet at. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side and on the other side. I'll put more paint on there and then I'll shut the door, see where the paint transfers over to, and that's where I'll end up putting the magnet at. So hopefully that makes it easy. It seems like it's working on this one, so hopefully it works for other people too. They're done. They're nice. They're rough country e-boards, and yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. If you have any comments, concerns, suggestions, please leave me a comment. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing is the best way to support the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.